I don't know why I came back here. Maybe because I thought the house would feel smaller after all these years. Maybe because I wanted to see if the shadows still moved the way they used to. Maybe because I couldn't stay away any longer. Not after the dream started. The house stands where it always stood, at the end of a gravel path that no longer gets visitors. The mailbox rusted shut. The fence collapsed in sections like brittle ribs. And the trees lean closer now, as if they've been watching, as if they remember. The first thing I noticed when I stepped out of the car was the smell. Not just the rot of old wood and mold, but something deeper. Something spoiled. Like meat left in the sun. No one's lived there since my father vanished 12 years ago. They said he left town, that he couldn't cope after my mother died. That's not true. I was there the night it happened. I remember the thud in the attic. I remember the way the house groaned when he screamed. I remember waking up alone in the morning. The smell of iron thick in the air. They searched, of course, but no one checked the attic. Not really. He never do. The key still works. The front door creaks open like it was waiting for me. Dust coats everything in the foyer like a skin. The air is thick, like breathing through goth. Every step I take is swallowed by silence. My shoes leave prints in the floor dust. My only proof that I exist. I go from room to room. The living room is just as I remember. The armchair near the window. The bookshelf filled with yellowing spines. The crooked family portrait above the fireplace. My face at age 7. Eyes wide. Smile forced. My mother's hand on my shoulder. But the photo lies. It doesn't show the bruises. It doesn't show the way her hands trembled after dark. In the kitchen, the tiles are cracked. The stove rusted through. A kettle sits on the counter, lid open and filled with dust and what looks like small bones. I don't look close. The floorboards creak above me. That's impossible. There's no one here. There's supposed to be no one here. I force myself upstairs. My childhood bedroom is sealed in memory. Posters peeling from the walls. The same wooden bed frame. The closet door half open, just like I used to leave it, in case I needed to hide. But it's the attic that calls me. It always has. 12 years. 12 years I stayed away. And now I stand in front of that door again. The lock is gone, torn out. The handle rusted over. A long scratch runs down the center of the door, like a fingernail or a claw. When I push it open and he says no, exhales, as if something has been holding his breath all these years. Yeah, it gets dark, and the light bulb doesn't work. That's fine. My eyes adjust quickly. But dust is thicker here, dancing in beams of fainting daylight from a cracked window. The chalk in the corner is still there. I walk to it. It takes all my strength to open it, but I do. Inside are photographs. Hundreds of them. Old, yellowed, curling at the edges. Each one is labeled. Names are recognized. Relatives, neighbors, school teachers. And every photo has the face scratched out. Deep gouges where my eyes used to be. At the bottom of the trunk is a notebook. My father's handwriting. There is no title. Just dates, descriptions, short, frantic notes. She came again last night. Can't sleep. Her eyes were in the mirror. Exhilaratic, but it's not enough. The walls are wrong. They change. She says I belong to the house now. I think I do. I don't realize I've started crying until the tears trip onto that page. I never believed the things I saw here as a child. The shadows moving on around, the whispers in the walls, the voice in the vents calling my name. I convinced myself it was trauma, night terrors, imagination. But I see it now. It wasn't just a house. It was her. Something lives in this place, not a ghost. Something older. Something hungry. And it remembers me. The nights are worse. I'm sleeping in the old bedroom again, though I shouldn't. The first night I woke to the sound of breathing. Not mine. Not Nia. Be nice. It's coming from under the bed. I didn't look. I couldn't. Instead, I listened. And it said my name. In a voice I hadn't heard in 12 years. My mother's voice. But wrong. Wet. Slurred. Like someone trying to imitate her through rotting vocal cords. I haven't slept since. Like day, the house shifts. It always seems longer. The mirrors reflect rooms that don't exist. Once I looked into the mirror in the upstairs hallway and saw someone standing behind me. But I was alone. I turned around. No one. Turned back. Still no one. But the reflection was smiling. There are new doors now. Ones I don't remember. A narrow wooden hatch behind the linen closet. A thin slit near the baseboard in the attic. Once I turned around in the basement, I found a spiral staircase that hadn't been there a moments ago. It led downward, deeper than the basement should go. I'd only made it down 7 steps before I heard something breathing just out of sight. Something big. Told man. I tried to leave yesterday. Packed a bag. Started the car. The road was gone. Not blocked. Gone. And the gravel path behind me simply ends. Like someone erased it. Beyond the trees is a wall of fog. Thick and not moving. I turned back to the house, and in the attic window, someone was watching me. They looked like me. I don't know how long I've been here now.
Time moves differently. The clocks don't match. The phone's dead. My watch ticks backwards sometimes. Once I fell asleep at noon and woke up to a moonless night and snow on the floor. But it's summer. I keep hearing that same voice. My mother's. Or something wearing it. She tells me things that the house remembers. That I belong to it now. That he never left. My father. He's below. Waiting. Feeding.